Kraven the Hunter movie is absolute garbage. Today's video was sponsored by Pop Culture Zone Pressing Services. If you need your comic books pressed, I personally vouch for Pop Culture Zone as being one of the best professional companies in the game, offering hands down the lowest prices out there. Services start at only $9.99, and every order placed will receive free fast track turnaround times. Even though I press comics for my personal collection, whenever I need a professional press for my key comics, I send them off to Pop Culture Zone, and every single book that I've received back, every single one, has had results that have exceeded my expectations, and I am sure that they will exceed your expectations as well. Make sure you go check the link in the description below to head over to their website, popculturezone.com, for complete details on services and how to begin your order. What is going on, everyone? Chris with Journos, Comics, and Pop Culture. Today, this video is talking about the freshly released trailer for Sony's Kraven the Hunter. And folks, I'm just going to put it out there bluntly. This movie looks like trash. Now, I am not one to judge a movie based on trailers. I'm not one to judge a movie before I even see it. I've learned my lesson. I mean, I thought The Last Jedi was, the trailer brought me to tears, and then I went and saw the movie, and I'm like, what the hell is Rian Johnson doing to this film? So, I just want to put that out there. But I got to tell you, folks, after I saw this trailer today, I have no other feeling other than this is Sony doing what Sony does best, and that is basically doing the same exact thing with all of these Marvel / Spider-Man villain movies. They take a protagonist and they give some type of like anti-hero depth to them, which is kind of true in the comic books. I'm not saying that, but they have this aesthetic in this tone to every single one of their movies, and it's this over dramatic play into these characters without adding real depth. And they take these characters and pull them so far from their comic book roots. It's just very hard to even think that we're watching a movie that is comic book related, and it's just the same tired story. I mean, I'm looking at this trailer right here, and this part that's coming up blows my mind. Blows my mind. Here it comes. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, right there. Oh my goodness. Kraven gets his power because he's got a bruise. He's got a cut. And some lion is walking over him. And a drop of this lion's blood goes into his cut. And oh my goodness, here he goes. He turns into Morbius. Just kidding. He turns into Kraven the Hunter that can now, I don't know, he has senses. Oh my freaking God. And guys, look. Oh, here's Sony's big rated R, debut of a Marvel film. And oh my God, it's rated R. That means it's going to be amazing. No. Just because it's rated R and you want to show needless gore doesn't change the fact that it's the same tired formula that is not working. And yeah, I'm not going to play the audio, but Kraven has an American accent. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't it be amazing if Russell Crowe could have played this character 25 years ago with his Russian accent? Hey, look, we've heard, what's his name here? I'm not even going to act like I remember his Aaron Taylor Thomas, whatever. We've heard him have a Russian accent before, but I guess if you give him a Russian accent, we're going to remember that he was Quicksilver in the MCU. I don't frickin' know. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Oh, look, I'm putting a bear trap on a guy's head and there's blood splattering everywhere. I'm burning everything down. I'm running like a madman and throwing a spear. Oh, it's gore. It's great. It makes the movie what it is. No, it's just another Russian John Wick going after his daddy's, friends that broke the rules of code, and now I'm just going to go on a mission killing them all. Oh my God. Somebody said in the comments, I thought Kraven was supposed to be this big 6'5" Russian whatever, and not the guy from the yoked up guy from 24 Hour Fitness. Oh my God. Let's read a few of these comments here. Old Man Carter comic says, so his dad has the Russian accent, but he doesn't. Part of Craven's whole character is his heavy accent. And the fact that a lion drips blood in his wound and it grants him powers is giving the Morbius vibes all over again. WTF, so he doesn't drink the serum. Yep, if you know the comics. And this is what I had to say here. Oh, good Lord. Sony and their overdramatic character play with tired plots and nothing fresh. But it's R-rated. There's pointless gore. Sorry, that doesn't save a tired story. They keep doing the same thing over and over with these villains, removing them so much from anything comic related that we simply think it's just a Russian John Wick. Ah, yes, he gets his power from the blood of a radioactive lion. What the F is this? They just nixed his whole backstory. Ironic how Russell Crowe playing his father sounds exactly how actual Kraven is supposed to sound. And then you have Kraven All American. Ironic. Is the actor even American? I knew this would be trash. You could have made Andrew Spider-Man 3 or Toby Spider-Man 4 instead of this. And that's true. And they could have. And fans would have flocked to that much more than this. They didn't even give him the accent, already turned me off. The action looks good, but doesn't feel like Kraven to me. Kraven is supposed to be this is what I was saying, 6'5" Russian, not the guy at LA Fitness doing calisthenics. Oh my God, I'm glad I'm not the only one getting the Morbius vibes. I feel ... weird about this. Shaking my head. What is this? How does Russell Crowe have a more accurate Kraven accent than the actual Kraven actor? Dude sounds or doesn't sound or look like Kraven at all. This will fail big time, just like Morbius. Now, let me set the record straight, guys. Morbius wasn't a horrible movie. Jared Leto is a good actor. You know, he's a solid actor, and I liked him as the character to an extent. But the problem is, you get this, to me, it's like this, the Sony vibe is very much, and this goes back even to the Amazing Spider-Man movies, although I do feel that the first Amazing Spider-Man movie I thought was done extremely well. But you get to the second movie and you get to like the corporate heads and you get to Harry Osborn. It's very like emo. It's like 21st century emo, vibes. These characters are, it's like drum and bass techno music club type emo vibes of totally way too like cool in low, like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even have the vocabulary to put it out there to explain how I feel about how they drive these characters. They take this like kind of realistic tone that I think is very good for superhero movies. If you go back to what started the MCU, it was grounded in the realism. But the realism in Sony is too much of that, like, I'm too cool, fast cars, suave, emo, over the top, emotional, oh my God, I can't do it. And it just doesn't give depth to these characters. They're not real. They're not real. So again, I was saying though, why I believe that Morbius wasn't a horrible movie. There's no real depth. And on top of there being no real depth, they keep carbon copying the same basically plot line that they follow for these films. And I'm done. I'm done. I don't think I'm going to spend a bunch of money watching this film in the movie theater. I'll wait for it to come out on some type of on demand where I could pay $3.99, $5.99 for it, and I'll watch it. And then I'll give you guys my opinion then. But I'm sorry, Sony. I don't know what they're doing. I want to be proven wrong. You got a couple of shots in the trailers that were actually cool, like when he holds up the spear, and even when they were in the cemetery. I mean, that kind of brings you back. You know, it's homaging straight from the comics, but you got to do more than that. You got to do more than that to make me believe that there is anything that is truly Kraven the Hunter. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those purists that think, oh, you know, this didn't happen in the comics and this didn't happen in the comics. It doesn't have to be exactly what we see in the comic books. You know, we can read the comic books for that. Make it its own thing, but don't do the same tired plot lines. That's what I have to say today, folks. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What'd you think of the trailer? What do you think this movie's going to do at the box office? Are you going to go see it? Are you excited about it? Or are you kind of in the same boat as so many others? WTF, Sony. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Be well, and until next time.